Hello! I'm glad you're here again if you're always here with me. And if this is the first time you're coming, my name is Busola. I hope you have a good time here today, such that you want to come back again. And if the things I say here bless you, if you find them helpful, please share them with other people you think they might help. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the talk, please click like. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, do you have problems catching all my words? Remember, there's the closed caption, the CC function on your phone or your laptop or tablet. Please make sure you engage the CC function and you'll see all the words. Today, I'm continuing the discussion about choosing joy. Choosing joy when life doesn't give you what you hoped for. In today's talk, I present my discussion with Robbie, a young man who I met while I was walking through the park. Yes, indeed, I met Robbie and his mom while I walked through the park, but Robbie is not just a random young man to me. I've been thinking of how to introduce Robbie. There's a lot I can say about him. Let me just say he's a young man I respect a lot. I admire his relationship, his heart for people, and his heart for God. Robbie is my friend's son, Sarah. So if you've listened to my talk on Celebrate Yourself, Sarah is my friend who spoke last in that talk. You can always check out the talk. So I was speaking to a family member, if you like, about this matter of choosing joy. So how did it all happen? I saw him and his mom in the park as I was walking through, and I stopped by to have a chat. And as we were talking, they were seated on a bench that had this memorial plaque that would say in memory of, and Sarah said to me, wouldn't it be nice to have one of those, Busola? I said, yes, sure, it would be. And Robbie also joined us in the discussion. And so the question I asked him, do you feel comfortable talking about these things, Robbie? Do you and your family talk about things like this, like when you die, when they die?
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't really speak about it that much, to be honest, because it's not the nicest thing to have to speak about, but at the same time, like, we are aware that you don't live in the world forever, like, you go off to better places, and we know that it is going to happen one day, and you've just got to accept that, and if you do want to talk about it, you can, but I just feel like we all know it's just the natural thing that happens, so we don't think about it really enough to have to talk about it, and we're all alright with that.
Do you think talking about it would be a good thing?
Yeah, I think every now and then it's probably a good thing just to make sure that, like, my mom or my dad isn't worried about it in any way, because it is a scary thing to think, like, that someone you're so close to could just be gone. So it is quite good sometimes to just check with the other person, like, are you alright, like, is it something that you're scared of or anxious about? But you just want to check that, like, they're just okay with it in the sense that when you go, they're not gonna, like, think about it every day and think, like, regrets or, like, sometimes even hurt themselves for it because of all the, like, loss and stuff. You just gotta make sure that they're okay with the idea of knowing that, yeah, you're gone, but just look back on the memories that you have and stuff. And sometimes having conversations about it can help to just, like, calm down any, like, fear or, like, worries about it.
How about you? How do you feel when you think, oh, it could be my dad or my...
Yeah, like, I can imagine that would be, like, really hard to deal with, so it's like sometimes speaking about it a little bit for myself would probably be helpful, but it's just gonna happen one day, so it's just making sure that you prepare yourself, that you don't look back and regret or in any mistakes that you've made.
Thinking about you and your family, you talked about the way you live so that you don't have any regrets if any of them dies before you do. Would you be able to share some of the ways you handle this in your day-to-day relationship so that you know that you're doing everything right by them as much as you can?
Yeah, I think it's just making sure that like you just spend as much time with them as you can, and making sure that you go on nice walks with them and like spend good time with them.
I see you and your mom on a nice walk in this park this afternoon.
Yeah, we're like going on walks together because it's quite a peaceful thing to do, to like spend time with each other, and it's just making sure that you just go out for food every now and then and just make sure that you're almost like celebrating each other, like even if there's nothing to celebrate with, just being happy like together as a family, because it won't last forever, and you've just got to like really be happy for the moments that you're together. And just make sure that you just care for them as much as you can, and make sure that you spend as much time with them as you can before anything does happen.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you so much. I'm sure this is going to be very helpful. And again, I'm so happy I met up with you and your mom in the park.
That's nice.
Thanks so much, and thank you for speaking with me.
It's alright, nice to be on.
Thanks to Robbie for those fantastic words. Make memories. Do what you can to make memories. If you're thinking of ideas, remember all the talks. Just check on the talks about celebrating your family and friends. You'll get loads of ideas from there. And remember to be thoughtful about it. Not just about you, what you like, but what they like, how they feel celebrated. Thank you for joining me today. Like, share, subscribe, and drop your comments. I'll be sharing a story about myself in the next talk. I'll see you then. Until then, bye.